Hello and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I thought we would continue on with that. I tried following so-and-so's makeup tutorial, and I would try one from Glamandgore herself. Mikey is obviously an extremely talented, amazing, beautiful, perfect special effects makeup artist, and I am not. So I picked one of her easier videos to do, this pumpkin one. It's also very fitting with the Halloween theme. So that's what we're going to do today. I have my contacts in because at the end of that video she uses the blood eye drops, and I ain't about that life, but I have these. In this video she uses scar wax. I'm going to use liquid latex instead, which she recommends doing in that video and saying it'd be easier. So that's what we're going to do. However, Mikey doesn't have eyebrows, so I have to block mine out so that liquid latex won't stick to them. Cute, right? This is kind of a look. What do you think, eh? Maybe this is the me I should be. I don't know what I did, if I threw out my cotton rounds or if I'm just out, but I only have like 5 singular cotton rounds. So I'm hoping that that is enough. Oh, I have 6, sorry. I'm hoping that's enough to do triangle in mouth. It should be, really. Just gonna use some powder. And by some powder, I do mean a lot of powder. Tons of powder in my eye right there. That's great. And then if I wanted to completely block out my brows, what I would do is this a bunch more times and then go over it with a full coverage foundation. But I really don't care for this look because we're gonna go over it with foundation. There's gonna be the whole pumpkin eye situation. Like I don't need to have no brows for this, you know? But just in case you're wondering, that's how one would do it. Who do I remind me of right now with the dark eyes and the white eyebrows? There's someone very specific I'm thinking of. Okay, so step number 1 of anything is to figure out what you're doing. Right through the eye bag. That's kind of a decent shape, right? And then for the mouth, here, and then right over my zit, let's do a tooth. What do you think? Cute, right? What we're gonna do now, we're gonna take liquid latex. Hopefully this is the one that I can open. It's not the one that I can open. You wanna come see if we can open this? I can't get it open. Thank you. We're just gonna pour some of that out. Take a whole strip of cotton. We're just gonna give her, I think. See if I can get this piece separated. Well, there's one eye done. Mikey said now you have to coat it with liquid latex as well. So I've got my gnarly spatula here. So it's really important to get the edges nice and stuck down so that they blend into your skin, so that when I put on foundation after, it can at least attempt to blend. So far, so decent. Took my finger underneath here as I do this part just so I maintain this ridge instead of accidentally smoothing it down. One pumpkin eye done. Time for the second pumpkin eye. So now I know I need a lot more liquid latex than what I poured out last time. I can't get it to stop sticking to my fingers. Okay, now both eyes are done, and I feel a little bit more like a bug than a jack-o'-lantern as of right now. But that's okay. We'll do the mouth and then see if I feel any better. Oh man, I ripped it in 2. Mikey, how do I stop getting this to stick to my hands? Honestly, I feel like she probably explained how to not get it to stick everywhere in her videos. And I just don't remember. Mikey wouldn't play us like that. Oh, look at that, right up to the tooth. Okay, that tooth is significantly better because it's not as big. I feel like I'm looking more like a member of ICP than a pumpkin, but we'll have to see. See, that's how I wanted this tooth to look. But it didn't work out in my favor. That's okay. And I just now remembered that noses exist, and I didn't do anything with my nose. So if I have enough cotton left over from this one single cotton ball that I have left, we're gonna add a nose. I think I should have enough here to make a little triangle on the end of my giant nose. Okay, so now that I'm completely out of cotton, I have to go over everything else with latex again. Once that dries, we will paint my face with foundation and then do the rest of it. So I'll be back in about probably 15 minutes. So you know the liquid latex is dry enough when it starts to get kind of yellow. I managed to get most of it off my hands. Only like most of it though. So I'm going to use the Colourpop foundation. We're going to dump out quite a bit. And then literally just going to paint the foundation onto my face to the best of my ability. We'll start somewhere where there's little to nothing to cover. I wish I had a fuller coverage foundation than this one, but that's okay. Man, I can't remember the last time I filled a memory card before I was done shooting a video. I'm kind of proud of myself. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this cream makeup. And we're going to fill in the eyes and the mouth. I'm just going to use this e.l.f. concealer brush. I've had this since like the literal dawn of time. It's so old. So if this cream makeup that's like really cheap and also really old wrecks it, I'm not too upset. I believe this year is the 25th anniversary of The Nightmare Before Christmas. Did you know that? I make a really huge jack-o'-lantern. I think that's what I should have been instead of a human. So now we're going to close that. I'm going to take some brown cream makeup, pour a little bit out, and then what you're going to want to do is, so I took one of these triangular makeup sponges earlier, and I ripped the bottom of it out, so it's a little bit uneven. And what we're going to do is we're going to dip into the brown, and then I'm going to tap off the brown onto the palette, and then we're going to dip into my eyes, like this. Just so they look a little dirtier. So before we add blood to the eyes and to the mouth, which, and the nose I guess, which I have here, the little Spirit Halloween, no not Spirit Halloween, sorry, I think I got this at Beverly Village actually, Scab blood. I want to add some of the pumpkin-y details to my forehead that Mikey had. So I grabbed Modern Renaissance. I could have done a better job blending the thing in over here, but that's fine. So we gotta do like some lines coming down from like here, so I'm gonna go into Raw Sienna. And we're just gonna like it's really important to get these lines kind of rounded, which is something I struggle with because then, you know, pumpkins are round. Mikey's like an artist, so she's much better at this than I am. I'm actually going to attempt to make that a little bit better by going to the really dark brown shade in this palette, Cypress Umber. And just kind of like adding it right at the front. Maybe I'll put on a wig before do the blood. That seems like the smart thing to do. Please hold. Okay, I spent more time than I wanted to looking for my orange Scully wig because I feel like that's more pumpkin-y than this one. But this is all I could find, so this will have to do. I'm really butthurt. Where'd my Scully wig go? So anyway, even though I feel like I look more like a clown now than a pumpkin, we're going to finish this up and we're going to put on some Scab blood in the mouth. and in the eyes. And then I guess this is the final look. Do I look like a pumpkin? Do you think I did Mikey proud? Because I definitely did my best. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up. You can tell we've been in here for a long time because Lane is getting restless now. I'll see you next time. Bye!